Hi, friends. This week we have been talking about fall, all kinds of things about fall. So let's review some of the things that we have discussed this week, talked about this week, that we feel or see or hear in the fall, okay? So, fall can be warm. Sometimes it's still warm out in the fall, right? It can be cool. Sometimes you might need a jacket in the fall. Fall has many colors. What colors do you see in the fall when you go outside and the trees are changing? Think about that. What colors do you see? I see orange and red. Sometimes I see brown and green. Sometimes I see yellow or purple. What other colors do you see in the fall? Fall has apples. Apples are a delicious part about fall, right? How do you like to eat your apples? Do you like them in applesauce? Do you like crunchy apples? Do you like apple juice? Or do you like apple pie? I like apple pie. Do you like apple pie? Fall has pumpkins. Pumpkins are my absolute favorite. I like to look at them, and I also like to eat them in pies and cookies and all kinds of things. Fall has patterns. We're going to be talking about patterns today. Fall has changing leaves. When it starts to get cool, the leaves start to change again. And fall has scarecrows. Where do you see scarecrows? Sometimes you see them in gardens. Sometimes you see them in books, right? And fall is a season. There's winter, spring, summer, and fall. And we are in fall. And again, we can talk about all these different things because it is a season, okay? So one of the things that we talked about was apples and how we like to eat them. I found this book called Apple Pie ABC by Allison Murphy. So let's see what kind of apple things we can see in here, okay? A is for apple pie. What is she doing over there? She's sprinkling something on there. Yum. B is for bake it. C is for cool it. You don't want to eat it if it's too hot, right? What would happen if you ate it when it was too hot? You might burn your tongue. D is for dish it out. She's putting it in a bowl. E is for eager for it. Eager means you really want it. F is for find a crumb of it. Who's going to find that crumb? G, get to taste it. I know my doggy would love to eat apple pie. H is have to get a lick of it. Oh, I hope that doggy doesn't get that pie. I is for in trouble. Why do you think that doggy's in trouble? Why do you think? Do you think it's because he was sitting here under the table? I don't think so. I think he was trying to eat the pie. J is for jump for it. Jump for it. K is kept away from it. Puppy can't have any. L is for leave without it. M is for miserable. What does miserable mean? If you look at that puppy, he looks pretty miserable. He's sad. He's kind of mad too. Miserable. N is for not giving up. P is for pine for it. Pine for it means he really wants it. That puppy really wants that pie. O is for ogle it. He's ogling with his eyes. He's looking at it. Q is for quietly determined. Remember, Q says quietly determined. He really wants it. R is for ready. S is for steady. T, time to go for it. U, he's underneath it. underneath it. V is for very nearly. W is for whoops. What happened to the pie? X is for exit quickly. What's he doing there? Y is for yum, yum. Z is for go to sleep and dream of it. Zzz. He must have really enjoyed that pie, right? So that's one way that we could eat pie, or apples is in a pie, right? Yum, because fall has apples. Very good. So today we're going to be talking about patterns. Fall also has patterns. What is a pattern? A pattern is something that repeats itself. We see it over and over and over again. Where might you have seen a pattern before? Where have you seen a pattern? I want to pause here so that you can turn to your big person and tell them where you've seen a pattern before. Very good. Okay, so where might you have seen a pattern? I've seen patterns on clothing. If you look at my dress here, I wore this dress because it's for the fall, and it also has a pattern. It continues to go yellow, green, black. Yellow, green, black. I know you can't see that on camera, but I have a pattern on my dress. Sometimes there are patterns on butterflies or animals. Sometimes we see patterns outside when we look at flowers or in the sky. Sometimes trees have patterns. So there are patterns all around us. So I want you to be using your seeing eyes and your thinking caps when you are out and about watching for patterns, because they're always around us. So I have some fun fall items in my basket here. Okay, I've got some pumpkins. I love pumpkins. And some pine cones. These are different looking. They kind of have a pattern on them. And I have some gourds that are yellow and some different leaves. I've got these fun acorns. So I would like to build some patterns with you, okay? So first, I think I'm going to use these fun pine cones and pumpkins. Let's try that, okay? So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to put a pine cone. And then I'm going to put a pumpkin. Pine cone, pumpkin. They both start with P. Then I'm going to put a pine cone down again. So I have pine cone, pumpkin, pine cone. What do you think should come next? I'm going to go with a pumpkin. So I'm starting to see something here. I'm starting to see them over and over again. Another word is repeat, repeating again. And that big P word that we're using is pattern. I see a pattern. I see pine cone, pumpkin, pine cone, pumpkin. What do you think is going to come after this pumpkin? If you said a pine cone, kiss your brain. You're right, because we started with a pine cone, and that comes before the pumpkin. The pumpkin comes after the pine cone. So if I have pine cone, pumpkin, pine cone, pumpkin, pine cone, what do you think is going to come last? If you said pumpkin, very good, because the pumpkin comes after the pine cone. If you look at the pine cone, there's a pumpkin after it. Here's a pine cone and then a pumpkin. A pine cone and a pumpkin. So we could continue that on. What would come here if we had one more pattern to go, or one more set to go? Another pine cone, right? And then a pumpkin. So you could do that over and over and over again, okay? Let's try something different, okay? I have some leaves here. What color are these leaves? That's a red leaf. So let's put this down, okay? There's a red leaf and another red leaf. Oh, I see a yellow leaf, and that's a different shape too, okay? So I'm gonna put that one here. So I have red leaf, yellow leaf. I've got a red leaf. Let's put that down. So if I have a red leaf, how many red leaves do you think I need? 1, 2. Let's put another one down. So I have red leaf, yellow leaf. Red leaf, yellow leaf. Okay? So let's look at this again. Ready? We need to repeat it. We need to have it over and over again. We're making a pattern. Ready? Red leaf, yellow leaf. Red leaf, yellow leaf. So let's put our thinking caps on. What do I need to come after the yellow leaf? So let's put our seeing eyes on and let's take a look at our pattern. We're repeating it over and over again. I've got red, yellow. Red, yellow. What do you think is going to come next? You're right. Red, and then it follows up with yellow. Okay, so let's take a look at this pattern one more time. I have red, yellow. Red, yellow. Red, yellow. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear your hearing ears? When you say them out loud, you can hear yourself repeating, making that pattern, okay? Let's practice one more time. Okay, so I have some acorns and gourds. Those could probably go up on our list of fall has. They have acorns. We see them fall off the tree. These are seeds for trees. How about that? And then these are gourds. They have seeds on the inside so that they can make more gourds next fall. Sometimes people use these for decorations. In the fall, I like to put them on my table. Okay, so let's start with a silly looking gourd. So I have a gourd and an acorn. Gourd, acorn. What should come next? What about a gourd? So if I have gourd, acorn, gourd, what's going to come next? Acorn. Very good. So I have gourd, acorn, gourd, acorn. I'm repeating myself. So what is going to come after the acorn? Go back and use your seeing eyes to look. What comes after the acorn? It's a gourd. So the gourd is going to come next in our pattern. And last, what comes after the gourd? Go back to the beginning. We're going to repeat. We're making a pattern. Gourd, acorn, gourd, acorn. What comes after that gourd? It's the acorn. Very good. Okay, so let's say that one more time together. Ready? Gourd, acorn, gourd, acorn, gourd, acorn. That's a pattern. Very good. So let me put these away. Now, I would like for you and your big person to take a look at the paper that I've sent home. We are going to be finishing our fall pattern paper, okay? I see some different things. I see some apples and leaves and acorns and squirrels. So I want you together to finish these patterns for me. Can you put those into order like we did when you repeat them over and over again? And then take a picture of it and send it to me so that I can see what wonderful work you've done, okay? So when that's done, I would also like for you to see if you can find any patterns at your house. Can you see something on your clothes or on your shoes? Can you put socks and shoes into a pattern? Can you put your toys into a pattern? You can use lots of different things to try to make a pattern at home, okay? So I want you to practice that and see if you can make a pattern on your own. All right, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Bye.